The world is filled with noise. Every day it bombards you with distractions, criticism, and frustrations, all trying to pull you in different directions. The opinions of others, the mistakes of the past, the fears of the future. They all whisper, constantly trying to shape who you are, what you should be, what you could never become. But here's the truth, that most people miss the power to live a life beyond the noise, beyond the chaos, lies within you. You were born with the ability to shape your destiny. It is not found in circumstances, not in the people around you, but in the depths of your mind. You see, the most powerful individuals in history, the Einsteins, the Carnegies, the Fords, did not achieve their greatness by chance. They understood something profound. The secret to a life of success, wealth, and fulfillment was not hidden in a formula, a tactic, or a trick. It was in their minds. They mastered their own thoughts, shaped their own beliefs, and guided their own actions. And so, the mind is the starting point of everything. Change your mind and you change your life. Mindset, the foundation of transformation. Your mind is the battleground. On it, the greatest wars of your life will be fought and won. The enemy, doubt, fear, insecurity. These are the forces that seek to hold you back, but within you lies an invincible weapon, your ability to choose. You can choose how to think. You can choose what to believe. And when you take control of these choices, you take control of your life. Napoleon Hill said it best, what the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve. Think about that for a moment. Every great achievement, every success story, every revolution in human history began with a thought. Someone dared to think differently. Someone refused to be limited by what was before them. They believed that something greater was possible, and they acted on that belief. But this isn't just about having positive thoughts. No, it's about adopting a mindset that refuses to accept mediocrity. It's about conditioning your mind to expect success, to expect progress, and to push through every obstacle with unwavering faith. Mindset isn't just about thinking positively. It's about believing that you are worthy of greatness. It's about aligning your thoughts with your purpose and then using your actions to back it up. Belief, the fuel of success. Belief is where the fire begins. You can have all the strategies in the world, all the resources, and all the opportunities, but without belief, they amount to nothing. Belief is the force that propels you forward when others would quit. It is the energy that drives you to rise above your circumstances and push through your fears. There are those who say they can't, and there are those who say they can. The truth is both are right. Your belief in yourself, your belief in your purpose, shapes the reality you experience. It shapes your actions. When you believe in your ability to succeed, you make choices that reflect that belief. You rise to the occasion even when the road is steep and the winds are fierce. Think of the greats who achieved what others thought impossible. Henry Ford believed that the automobile could be affordable for every family, not just a luxury. For the rich, Walt Disney believed that a theme park could bring the world's dreams to life. Edison believed that he could invent a light bulb that would change the world, and they did. What's your belief? What is it that you are so certain about that no obstacle can make you doubt it? You must first believe in the possibility of what you desire before it can manifest in your life. This belief is not just a hope. It is a deep knowing, a certainty in your soul that your vision is yours to claim. Clarity, know what you want. The next step in mastering your mind is gaining clarity. Without clarity, you are like a ship lost at sea, drifting aimless with no clear destination. Clarity is the compass that guides you to your dreams. It's the unwavering vision of where you're going, and it's the understanding of why you want to get there. Many people wander through life hoping for success, but never defining what it truly means to them. They get caught up in what others want for them, or they chase after things that don't truly matter to them. But when you gain clarity on your goals, on your purpose, on your vision for your life, You ignite a sense of direction that will pull you forward, even when the winds of doubt try to blow you off course. Ask yourself, what do I want? Not what others think I should want, not what society says is success. What do I truly want from life? What is my heart's desire? When you get clear on your purpose, your goals become easier to define, and your path becomes unmistakable. Clarity brings focus. Focus is what allows you to cut through the noise, ignore distractions, and direct all your energy toward the outcome you want. Without clarity, every choice becomes overwhelming. Every step feels like a leap into the unknown. But with clarity, you move forward with confidence, knowing exactly what you are striving for and why it matters. Vision, the power to see beyond today. Once you have clarity, you need a vision. Vision is the ability to see the life you want before it exists, and it's the mental image of the future that you hold in your mind's eye, the picture of what's possible even when the present moment seems far from ideal. Vision is what fuels persistence. It's what gives you the strength to continue even when the path is rough and the results seem slow in coming. Vision is the power to see beyond your current circumstances and hold on to the belief that your future is brighter, that your dreams are not only possible, they are inevitable. Consider Thomas Edison. When he was creating the light bulb, he faced failure after failure. He endured countless setbacks, but his vision of a world illuminated by electric light never wavered. He saw what others couldn't see. He saw the future and he knew it would come to pass. His vision kept him moving forward when logic and reason would have told him to quit. What is your vision? What is the life you see for yourself? When you hold that vision clearly in your mind, nothing can shake your resolve. You will endure the challenges, the obstacles and the disappointments, because you know what lies on the other side. And when you finally step into that vision, when it becomes your reality, you will realize that all the pain, all the sacrifice was worth it, because the vision is always worth it. Purpose, the core of your drive. At the heart of every great success is a deep sense of purpose. It is the reason you wake up in the morning, the reason you push forward, the reason you keep going, even when the world tells you to stop. Purpose is your North Star. It's what guides you when everything else feels uncertain. Without purpose, success is hollow. You may achieve things, but they won't bring you lasting fulfillment. But when you work from a place of purpose, everything you do becomes meaningful. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to prove your commitment to something greater than yourself. Every victory becomes a confirmation that you are on the right path. Purpose is personal. It is unique to you. It is the fire that burns within you and propelling you to pursue your dreams relentlessly. Purpose drives discipline because it makes every action you take feel important. It aligns your daily efforts with your ultimate goals, so every step is purposeful and every choice is deliberate. Discipline, the key to consistency. Now, with belief, clarity, vision, and purpose in place, we come to one of the most important elements in mastering your life: discipline. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your achievements. It's what keeps you going when motivation fades, when the initial excitement wears off, and when the road gets tough. Discipline is what makes the difference between those who dream and those who do. It's what keeps you consistent even when it feels like no one is watching. It's what makes you get up every day and put in the work, even when you'd rather stay in bed. Discipline is not a trait you're born with. It's a habit you develop over time. And once you cultivate discipline, it becomes a part of who you are. It becomes your second nature. Without discipline, even the strongest minds falter. But with discipline, you build momentum. You make progress every day, no matter how small the steps. And over time, those small steps lead to giant leaps. Action, the force that brings dreams to life. At the end of the day, all the belief, clarity, vision, and purpose in the world are meaningless without action. Action is what transforms thoughts into reality. It's what turns dreams into achievements. You can plan, you can dream, you can visualize, but until you act, nothing will change. Hill said, "Action is the real measure of intelligence." It's not enough to think about success. You must take the steps necessary to achieve it. And those steps require courage. They require you to step out of your comfort zone and into the unknown. But it is in those steps that your life will be transformed. Action is not just about doing, it's about moving forward even when you don't know exactly how things will turn out. It's about trusting that every effort you make is a piece of the puzzle, and eventually those pieces will come together to form the masterpiece of your life. Your life will change when you stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating the moment. Stop waiting for things to align perfectly and make things happen. Start where you are with what you have and trust that the path will unfold as you take the first steps. Conclusion: master your mind. Master your life. Now let me ask you, what is your life going to look like? What will it feel like when you stop letting fear control you? What will it feel like when you finally take ownership of your mind and begin shaping your reality with your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions? This is your life. You are the author of your story. You are the architect of your future. When you master your mind, you master your life. And when you master your life, there is nothing that can stand in your way. No challenge is too great, no obstacle is too high, and no setback is too strong. You have the power, the strength, and the belief to create the life you've always dreamed of. Now is your time. Take control. Master your mind. Master your life. Gratitude. The key to abundance. As you move forward on this journey, there's one more element that must be integrated into your mindset. Gratitude. Gratitude is more than just an emotion. It is a way of life. When you approach each day with gratitude, you unlock a powerful force that transforms your experiences. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, from scarcity to abundance. It aligns your mind with the richness of life itself. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you for the good things. It is about finding value in every experience, every lesson, and even every setback. When you can see the silver lining in adversity, you begin to view challenges as opportunities for growth. You learn from failure rather than feeling defeated by it, and this in turn strengthens your resilience and sharpens your focus. The truly successful people in life don't just focus on their end goals. They focus on the process, they focus on the small victories, and they celebrate every step of the way. Gratitude creates a mindset of abundance, and abundance attracts more of the same. When you are grateful for the present moment, you send a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready to receive even more. So take a moment each day to reflect on what you have, what you've learned, and how far you've come. Celebrate your progress. Honor the people who support you. Be grateful for every challenge that pushes you to grow. Gratitude will not only elevate your perspective, it will elevate your life. Adaptability. The strength to embrace change. No matter how well you plan, life will throw you curveballs. There will be moments when things don't go the way you expect. The market might shift, a business deal might fall through, or you may face personal challenges that test your patience and resolve, but the question is, how will you respond? The key to success is not avoiding change, it's learning to adapt to it. Adaptability is one of the most powerful traits you can develop. It is the ability to bend without breaking, to adjust without losing sight of your vision. Life is fluid. It is constantly shifting, evolving, and changing. The stronger you are at adapting to those changes, the faster you will rise, the greater you will become. Think about the greatest leaders throughout history. They didn't become great because they had all the answers. They became great because they were willing to change, to learn, and to pivot when circumstances demanded it. Whether it was the rise of the internet, the shift in global markets, or technological innovations, the successful individuals found a way to adapt even when everything around them was in flux. You don't have to have all the answers now. What you need is the ability to stay flexible, to adjust when things go wrong, and to keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Resilience doesn't come from sticking rigidly to a plan. It comes from adjusting that plan as necessary, all the while maintaining a fierce commitment to your goals. Every challenge is an invitation to adapt. Every obstacle is a chance to learn and grow. Embrace change. Use it to your advantage. Your ability to adapt will determine your success. Resilience, the power to keep going. Resilience is the force that pushes you forward when the world tells you to stop. It is the ability to get back up after being knocked down, to rise even when the odds are stacked against you. Life will test you. This is certain. The path to success is never a straight line, but resilience is what keeps you moving forward one step at a time, no matter how difficult the journey. When you face setbacks, when things don't go according to plan, your resilience will decide whether you quit or keep going. You see, resilience is not about avoiding pain or discomfort. It's about learning how to endure it and still push forward. It's the refusal to be defeated. It's the strength to keep moving when everything inside you says, give up. Look at the most successful individuals. Each of them has faced moments of intense adversity. Thomas Edison had thousands of failed experiments before creating the light bulb. Abraham Lincoln faced rejection after rejection before finally becoming President. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. These individuals didn't quit in the face of hardship. They didn't let failure define them. Instead, they used those failures as lessons, as stepping stones to something greater. When you cultivate resilience, you begin to see setbacks differently. You understand that failure is not a roadblock, but a detour. It is a part of the process. It is how you learn, grow, and become stronger. And once you embrace this mindset, you will become unstoppable. Learning, the path to mastery. The road to mastery is long and it's not always easy, but it is always worth it. Every success story begins with a commitment to learning. The best performers in any field are lifelong learners. They understand that the journey never truly ends. There is always more to discover, always new ways to improve. The key to learning is not just absorbing information, it's applying it. Knowledge without action is like fuel without an engine. It doesn't get you anywhere. You must take what you learn and put it into practice. Test it, refine it, and learn from it. The more you learn, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the closer you get to mastering your craft. Think about it. Every great inventor, every great leader, every great artist was once a beginner. They were once where you are now, unsure, uncertain, inexperienced. But they had the drive to learn, the persistence to continue improving, and the courage to fail and try again. They did not let the challenges or the mistakes stop them. They saw them as opportunities to grow, to refine their approach, and to come out stronger. In your journey, commit yourself to continuous learning, whether it's through books, mentors, experience, or failure. Embrace every opportunity to expand your knowledge and skills, because learning is the key to unlocking your true potential, and mastery is the fruit of this continuous commitment to growth. Conclusion: the power to shape your destiny. In the end, the secret to success lies not in external circumstances, not in luck, nor in waiting for the perfect moment. It lies within you. It lies in your mind, your beliefs, your actions. You have the power to create the life you desire. You have the ability to transform your future by mastering your mind. Every step of the way, from belief to clarity, from vision to purpose, from action to resilience, you are the one who decides how your story unfolds. The world will give you obstacles, but it will also give you the opportunity to rise above them. And when you do, when you take control of your mind, you take control of your life. The road will not always be easy. There will be challenges. But the question is, what will you do with them? Will you let them break you? Or will you use them to build the greatest version of yourself? Master your mind and you master your life. Your future begins now, and it begins with the thoughts you choose to think, the actions you take today, and the mindset you adopt to shape tomorrow. The power is within you. The world is waiting. Step forward with confidence. Step forward with belief. And watch as your life transforms before your very eyes. Action, the bridge between dreams and reality. Now let me ask you, what separates the dreamers from the achievers? It's not just passion or talent, and it's certainly not luck, it's action. While many dream of success, few take the necessary steps to turn those dreams into reality. Every goal, every vision, every aspiration you hold, none of them will come to fruition without action. You can have the best plan, the clearest vision, and the most powerful belief. But if you do not act on them, they remain just that, ideas. Ideas alone will not change your life. But action is what transforms your circumstances. It's what takes you from where you are to where you want to be. When you take action, you begin to create momentum. One step leads to the next, and suddenly you're moving forward with purpose, even when you don't feel like it. Even when fear tries to hold you back, action is the antidote to doubt, and it is the remedy for procrastination. When you act, you send a message to the universe that you are serious. You show the world and yourself that you believe in your dreams enough to take the first step. Think of the greatest achievers. Do you think they sat idly waiting for the perfect moment? No. They acted. They pushed forward even when they didn't have all the answers. Even when the road seemed uncertain, they understood that every action, no matter how small, was a building block toward their goals. The key is not perfection, but progress. It's not about waiting for everything to align. It's about taking that first step, no matter how messy it might seem. And here's the thing, when you take action, the fear that once paralyzed you begins to fade. The more you act, the more you realize that fear is not as powerful as you thought. It's simply an illusion, an obstacle created by the mind. The moment you break through it with action, you realize that the only thing standing in your way was your own hesitation. Persistence, the power to keep going, but action alone is not enough. It's persistence that will carry you through. There will be moments of doubt, moments when the obstacles seem insurmountable. You will face rejection, you will encounter failure. The road will not always be easy. But here's where most people fail. They give up too soon. Persistence is the key to overcoming every challenge you face. It's the relentless drive to keep going, no matter what. It's the inner fire that burns inside you, urging you to take another step when everything in you is telling you to quit. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb on his first try, or his second, or his thousandth. He failed over and over again. But with every failure, he grew stronger, more determined, more focused. And in the end, his persistence paid off, lighting up the world for generations to come. Edison didn't succeed because he was the smartest person alive. He succeeded because he refused to give up. He didn't let his failures define him. He used them as stepping stones towards success. Persistence is the muscle of your success. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. When you persist, you begin to develop a mentality that no setback, no obstacle, no person can deter you. You realize that challenges are not the end, they are merely a part of the journey. And with every step you take, no matter how small, you grow closer to your ultimate goal. Self-mastery, the true power within you. But even with persistence, action, and resilience, there's one more crucial piece to the puzzle: self-mastery. Self-mastery is the ability to control your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, regardless of external circumstances. It is the power to act with intention and focus, rather than being swept away by the forces around you. When you master yourself, you gain the power to shape your destiny. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and become the creator of your future. Self-mastery is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. It is what allows you to stay focused, disciplined, and committed to your goals, even when life is trying to pull you in 100 different directions. Self-mastery is not about being perfect. It's not about never making mistakes. It's about recognizing when you've gone off course, and taking the necessary steps to realign yourself. It's about not letting your emotions control you, but instead controlling your emotions to serve you. It's about becoming the person who makes choices based on purpose, not impulse. Think of a master sculptor carefully chiseling away at a block of marble. Every movement, every strike of the hammer is deliberate, intentional, and precise. The sculptor does not let distractions or impulses take over. He works with focus, vision, and skill. This is what self-mastery looks like. It is the ability to focus on what truly matters and eliminate everything else. It is the ability to stay true to your purpose, no matter what. And when you master yourself, you unlock your full potential. You stop being distracted by the noise of the world and start living from a place of power. You become unstoppable failure. Success is about learning from failure. Every failure holds a lesson, a valuable piece of wisdom that can propel you forward if you are willing to learn from it. The greatest achievers in history didn't succeed because they avoided mistakes. They succeeded because they used their failures as stepping stones. Failure is not a final destination, it's a part of the journey. And when you understand this, you begin to see setbacks not as defeats, but as opportunities. It's in those moments of struggle that you build character, resilience, and strength. Each failure teaches you something new, sharpening your ability to move forward with even more wisdom. Walt Disney was rejected by numerous banks before finding the funding to build Disneyland. He failed many times, but he never allowed those failures to define him. Instead, he learned from each rejection, each obstacle, and he used that knowledge to fuel his next attempt. Today, Disney is one of the most successful entertainment companies in the world. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That mindset, the refusal to view failure as the end, was what made Edison one of the greatest inventors of all time. He didn't see failure as something to fear. He saw it as part of the process. And this is the key to turning failure into a tool for success. When you can embrace failure as a teacher, you take the power away from it. It no longer holds you back. It pushes you forward. So when you face a failure in your own life, don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Learn from it. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow and move forward? With every failure you gain, the knowledge that will carry you to your next victory. And remember, each time you get up after a fall, you are closer to achieving what you once thought was impossible. Consistency, the unseen force of success. Now that we've discussed the importance of action, persistence, and learning from failure, there is one more force that holds the key to your success: consistency. It is easy to get excited about a new goal or dream and take massive action for a short period of time. But true success comes from consistent effort, day in and day out. Consistency is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's the ability to show up even when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to keep going when the excitement fades, when the initial energy wears off, and when the novelty of your goal starts to wear thin. Consistency means doing the work even when you don't see immediate results. Think about the process of sculpting a statue. The artist doesn't create the masterpiece in one sitting. It's the small, consistent strokes over time that eventually reveal the vision. The same principle applies to your life. You may not see immediate results from your actions, but over time, if you remain consistent, those small efforts will add up, and the life you've envisioned will take shape. Every small habit, every little effort compounds over time. The success you will experience in the future will be a result of what you are doing right now in the present moment. Don't underestimate the power of consistent action. It may feel insignificant at first, but it's the accumulation of those actions that create lasting change. Consistency requires discipline. It requires showing up even when the world feels heavy, even when progress seems slow. It's easy to be motivated at the beginning of a journey, but what separates the winners from the quitters is the ability to stay consistent when the going gets tough. When you commit to consistency, you make a promise to yourself to keep moving forward no matter what. The power of focus, mastering your attention. As you continue on your journey towards success, one of the most important skills you can develop is the power of focus. The world is constantly pulling at your attention. There are distractions everywhere, from social media to the noise of other people's opinions. But if you want to achieve greatness, you must learn to master your focus. Focus is the ability to direct your attention on one thing and one thing only, regardless of the distractions that may come your way. It's about shutting out the noise and zeroing in on what truly matters. The most successful individuals in the world are not necessarily the smartest or most talented. They are the ones who have mastered the ability to focus their energy on their goals and eliminate everything else. In the midst of distractions, it's easy to get lost. It's easy to chase after everything that comes your way. But true success comes from knowing what you want and giving it your full attention. Focus allows you to direct your energy in a way that makes the most impact. It prevents you from spreading yourself thin and ensures that every action you take is in alignment with your goals. Think about the laser focus of someone like Steve Jobs. He didn't try to do everything. He focused on one thing, revolutionizing the way we interact with technology. That laser focus is what allowed him to create products that have changed the world. You must learn to focus on your vision with the same intensity and dedication. If your attention is scattered, your energy will be scattered. But when you focus, you consolidate your power, you sharpen your efforts, and you start making real progress, taking control of your future. As we come to the end of this journey, it's important to remember that you are the creator of your own destiny. The life you desire, the success you crave, and the happiness you seek are all within your control. The mind is the starting point, and from there, everything flows. Take control of your thoughts, take control of your beliefs, take control of your actions. And when you do, you will realize that your future is not something that happens to you. It is something that you create. The power to shape your life is in your hands. You are the artist, and your life is the canvas. It doesn't matter where you start. What matters is where you are going and what you are willing to do to get there. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. Every failure is a lesson, and every small action you take brings you one step closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Now is your time. This moment is the starting point. The journey ahead will not be easy, but it will be worth it. So step forward with purpose. Step forward with clarity, and step forward with the knowledge that your mind is your greatest asset. Master your mind, and you will master your life. The future is yours to create. What will you do with it? The choice is yours.